we spoke about the swag and everything, and also in terms of how they write and come and deliver. Do you see a lot of that happening in today's time? I mean, when I say today's time,
Right.
the smoking up and all these things.
Right.
So do people also get into a thought process? Hey, that guy only shit, bro. But there's no quality. There's no art
Right.
in what he does. So these kind of talks happen a lot in the music
Right,
industry.
right, right.
So what is it like in terms of the hip hop and rap circuit?
There are a whole bunch of artists. Of course, there's both sides to it, but I see a lot more on the side where they want to live it, but they're not living up to it.
Huh.
Right? But there are artists I know who do what they want to do, but when it comes to delivering, they're there. They can party, they can do whatever they want, but when it comes to delivering, they're there. We have artists like that. But unfortunately, the others get too caught up and lost in it, and especially a genre like rap, right, where all of this is glorified to such a large extent. So, and they're bragging mostly, right? So that's what the genre itself is like that, right? So, but that's the thing. I want to bring their focus back to that deliver. You can sound cool, you can look cool, you can look amazing in your posts and stuff like that, but then...
And there's one more identity about rappers. Like you just mentioned, I'm going to just take off on that, is rappers tend to smoke up, rappers tend to, get into a lot of drugs, and they're always high, perpetually high, right? So please help us break the stereotypes if it has to be.
I meditate, I don't medicate.
You take the T and replace it with the C. Man, that's a nice way to put it. And what are your thoughts on people in today's time? Because you think that you get high
Right.
to get creative.
Right, okay. I think when you want to experience something really good, right, it's best experience when you're in your complete senses. It could be even fucking sex, right? You could have a drunk sex and wake up with a horrible hangover, or you could have an amazing sex and remember and reminisce it. Okay. It was a very crass example, but anything you want to experience that is good, right? Let's say a beautiful emotion of, let's say someone is about to become a father, right? Or a mother, right? Would you do that being super high? Or would you want to experience that experience when you're, it's like that, right? When you're in your best, or when you're in your complete senses. I think music is something like that. It is something very divine, right? We make a living out of it. So I learned this from an elderly person. This was a show somewhere near Whitefield or something. After my performance, an elderly lady came up to me and she was like, Saraswati ning oldidale. So you have Saraswati with you. So always take care of her. And that hit me so hard. I'm like, shit, this is something divine, right? I liked it that you prayed before we started this thing, right? Because this means something to you. That's why you're doing what you're doing, right? So, and I think if you're doing what you're doing, okay, do whatever you want, but keep that as a recreational thing. Don't mix it up, Yeah.
Because these are two worlds apart.
Yeah.
Right? When two different dimensions come together, it's not 3D that you expect it to be.
Yeah.
It could be pretty bad. And I think in today's time, there needs to be like senior artists like you who should step it up. And I'm sure you guys are doing it, but in terms of educating the kids about how it is and what needs to be done. Because when a certain Eminem himself can say it, and you're a fan of him as well, so I'm sure you will take things in the right direction.
Yeah.
But now in terms of coming to your music that you took in the right direction, 50 plus songs, Gubbi, not easy, right? And how long is it taking to put these songs together? Because for me, suddenly when you send so many songs, hey, so much.
Yeah.
So how did it, how often do you write these songs in time to get it recorded?
I think consistency is the key. I've realized that. Though they say in the world of social media, consistency is the key in terms of posting and stuff like that. But in the world of your creative side, consistency is the key, right? There were phases where I used to write every day just to sharpen my game, right? So consistency is definitely the key in terms of anything, actually. So for you to sharpen your skill. So I used to write every day. Now I don't. But whenever I get an idea, a thought process for a song, I just note it down. I go back to it. I try to write it, try to record it and stuff like that. Of course, like now I end up getting, lost in the whole, doing some client projects and doing movie projects and stuff like that. But it's always there in the back of my mind that I have my independent music, which for me is primary, no matter what. So I keep writing songs. I keep recording them. I at least have demos of them and stuff like that. So when time is right, I put it out.
And you mentioned about having to rap just 2 lines in the movie biz.
Right.
Has it gone beyond the 2 lines, and which was it?
The movie for which I rap for 2 lines?
No, you rapped in the movie for 2 lines.
Yeah.
I'm saying, did you ever rap? Has it gone? I'm sure you've rapped in any movie of after that post 2 lines.
Yeah, definitely. In
Yeah.
fact,
So which was the
two,
first
3
one that
years-
you started with?
I think there was a movie called Plus which came out in Kannada. I got 3 verses on it.
Okay.
So that was a solid chunk of rap. To now, I think recently I'm working on a song for a movie where they've given me the entire song to work on it. So we've come that really far in terms of rap. And even one other movie I rap for, there are 3 solid verses of rap, and the hook is just the singer, kind of a thing. So it's come a long way.
And also hip hop and rap in India it's not like you only rap in English. There's also multiple languages
Right.
going down to its roots, right?
Right.
So it has definitely come a long way because people are receptive towards an art form.
Right.
In their own language,
Yes.
which was never the case.
Yeah.
I on stone lose ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಳು ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಸುತ್ತಾತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ and all these things would come,
Yeah.
but now it's like, bro, our yaar got. It's like it goes like
I know
that.
what you mean, I know
It's
what
like
you
one of our own types,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, kudos to you guys who've been there doing it for the longest time, being
you,
patient and paving the way for a lot more younger generation today. And now coming to a part in life where I want to understand in terms of indie artists, right? So of course it's different for different genres, and I don't know how agencies or labels come by to you and what is the kind of contract they sell to you, because from back in the day when you hear about labels, some people say it's like selling your soul and all these things. So have you ever been approached, and if you've taken something up, how's it been?
I haven't worked with any labels as such. I've worked with multi-channel networks, where they handle my YouTube and take care of my digital distribution and stuff like that. I think end of the day, it depends on what kind of deal you talk to them, right? You'll as an artist, you'll always obviously have an upper hand, right? The feeling is that sometimes you want to just, if you're trying to make a living out of it and stuff like that, you might want to just sell it off. Again, it's up to the artist. I'm not the kind of person who would say that, no, you shouldn't sell your music, or you should, right? If that's the decision you're taking, you got to live with it. So decide and you do it. But as an artist, you'll always have an upper hand because you're the content owner, right? So make sure that you read the terms right, and take the right call, because once it's gone, that's it. And they have record labels or any of these platforms, right? They'll have a solid team who will know how to flip things in their favor and stuff like that. So you just have to be careful. You need to have a lawyer or a lawyer friend who can read up the contract and tell you. Like I have had people whenever before I sign any major thing, right? Like anything in terms of distribution and stuff like that. Yeah, but as an I haven't been approached by any music labels. I feel like people are still sleeping on the South. I've told this before also, like in one of my other interviews, that they still not focusing on the South yet, but I think we'll get there.
So back in the day, when I'm talking about the Western and stuff, right? Where music was played on radio as a medium of promotion.
Okay.
Right, and there was no particular cost involved in it.
Right.
Back then,
okay,
right?
Okay,
it was more promotion, but over time, when the record sales happened and everything, radio is also as a business, which is your first medium of music and anything that was infotainment or information. But today, even radio stations end up paying for it.
Correct.
Okay. Now, coming from your point of view of an independent artist, yes, you get paid from the radio's perspective and stuff from wherever your music is played out. But your thoughts to understand, do you think a radio station can be given off a free hand to play the music of an artist, because that's where the promotion starts? I'm not saying we're doing this for you now, but just to understand where radio has been in terms of music and promotion of music.
Right. I think now, given how things work, I feel like yes, the radios should. They are. I think I did submit my music to another radio station as well, and they have a certain percentage that comes to the artist, and I think it's a nice thing, because especially now, I think how accessible music is and stuff like that. I think it is a win for both of them, right? One for the radio channel listeners, and the other side for the artists, and especially for indie artists, specifically for indie artists, because indie artists, everything looks cool and stuff like that, but they also have bills to pay, and so I think that way, any kind of thing that contributes to them being able to earn, I think it's a good thing.
Because they are earning their bread and butter. Right. But what about us? Do you think we are doing a decent amount of job at least?
No, I think I like it. I like the concept of what you guys are doing, because one, you're talking a lot about the city and how because you are like Bangalore born, and
You made me a Bengali suddenly.
I don't know why I said that. Bangalore, born and brought up here. I think you understand the emotion of the city a lot more, and I like that. I like that about even our conversations are so organic. It's like two Bangalore boys just sitting and talking. It feels like that.
Like, just that we're not sitting on a wall though, but we're between four walls.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's there, and we would want to get a lot of artists, and get to a point where we want to create events as such to
Right.
bring a lot more space for artists to come by and just create magic with music, right? That's what we want to do. But talking about magic, there's some magic that's happened in your life in the last few months. Now there was one, I wouldn't say magic that turned tragic, but it then eventually put you into writing rap and poems, and then suddenly you become this Karthik to just I am Gubbi.
Yeah.
And now there's a lady who's come into your life, or rather she walked in pretty long back, of course, and now she is your lifetime partner.
Yeah.
But she's also a partner in crime. She's a rapper, she's an actor, she's a singer, she's a multi-talented person.
Yeah.
So who's the better rapper?
Oh my God. Okay. If I have to talk as Gubbi the artist, I'm a better rapper.
My God, this is such a rapper thing. No, I'm better than them. Better than them.
No, I think I'll come back to your previous question, but I think as an artist, right, especially as a rapper, if you are not striving to be the best, because it's a very competitive space, right? No matter how much ever you deny it, how much ever you're friends with them, right, you want to outdo them, right? And I think rap is a competitive space, so that way I would say I'm better.
And I wouldn't even deny that, because we do something very mediocre. No, not rap.
Yeah.
There's something called rhyme time. I'm also known as rhyme time Rio amidst my friends.
Really?
So when we talk, I suddenly rhyme and I'll say certain things and all.
Hey,
so
nice.
it sounds like okay, that's my comeback.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so and I understand how it is in terms of rap, because this itself is competitive to make yourself look good, or somebody's going to do it because they have to get one up on you. And when it comes to music and you're rapping, constantly, that of course is like competition.
Yeah.
This is not chindi, bro.
No, it's fun. But yeah, she's as an artist, I would say she's better, because the thing I liked the most about her was how hardworking she is and how dedicated she is. Even with rapping, she picked it up only in the past few years. And when she picked it up, she really picked it up. I was like, I wouldn't deny, there were phases where I'm like, holy shit, she's going to become a better rapper than me, kind of a thing, Because, like, if she puts her heart into it, she does it. But, she does a lot of other things, and everything she does, she puts in her dedication, and she does it. So I think...
And she put her heart in you also.
Yeah, a little bit.
So is she a trained singer of sorts? Because she seems like...
She's not trained. Yeah, she's undergone a little bit of training. She enjoys singing. In fact, yesterday, that was the conversation we were having. She was telling that I enjoy singing more than rapping. And I was like, you're saying that. But then, yeah.
Have you all done collabs together?
Yeah, we have. In fact, we've been wanting
Not the wedding collaboration.
Actually, yeah. We have songs. We have a couple of songs together. I think 4 or 5 songs together. But we've been like, that's the conversation I've been bringing up, telling her that, we are in the same space, in the same freaking house. We should, we struggle to work with other artists. We have artists in each other's presence, like we should work on something more. And we've been throwing that idea at each other for a little while now, but yeah, we'll work on more music together.
I mean, I don't know if it's a long distance relationship, but it's more like a long distance thought of getting together to do something.
Yeah, actually, I think that's what happens with a lot of people also, right? Like even with friends, right, who work together. They will be trying, like you'll think of working with someone else, I'll think of working with someone else, then eventually we realize like, shit, we're with each other most of the times and we don't work together, kind of a thing. I think it's like living in the city. We wouldn't have seen something. I mean, forget about Bangalore. We have addas and stuff like that. But if you go to a different city, you visit some of the monuments, your friend from that city will say, oh, you visited that place. I only haven't been there. Yeah. So it's like that.
This is like, I don't know if someone say anything. Hundreds of my friends have come and gone, and they've gone to Wonderland. I've still not gone to Wonderland.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
there you got the reaction. Now, this reaction is like how in today's podcast, when someone says something in today's times, oh, this happened?
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah. Sorry, it was an involuntary reaction. You've been to Wonderland, okay. I'm not judging you, but yeah.
I mean, fair enough. I've got this a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so the wife is there, and it's a very artistic family that is lined up. And do you all have something that you're plan to do together in terms of music ahead?
We want to actually, last year we spoke about an EP. then LIFE happened. We got married. But we've been wanting to do that, like work on a solid bunch of stuff. But now she's gotten a little more deeper into acting. So she's been going for, acting workshops and stuff like that. But I want to pin her down and actually work on music together.
Sounds wrong, bro, but...
I was hoping you wouldn't pick on that. But sit her down. Okay?
Sounds better.
Sit her down and work on something related to music, because I think as writers we can really challenge each other in terms of melody is something which I like to challenge myself with, and I think that way, yeah. But we will definitely put out something solid for sure.
And we're looking forward to that. What is in the pipeline for you?
There are a couple of movie projects which are coming out. I'm excited about them because I feel like I was given an opportunity to do something very, very fresh and different in them. Apart from that, I have a few good collaborations coming out. There's an artist called Shruti Prakash. She's an actor and a singer from Mumbai. We have a nice song coming out, so I think I'm excited for that. I'm supposed to learn dancing for that. I have 2 left feet, so
I could help you a little. Don't worry.
Yeah, so that's one of my interesting collaborations which are coming out. But I've been planning for an album for a while now. It's getting pushed, but not a lot of major projects. But yeah, I think those are the ones I'm excited for right now.
Everyone who starts off somewhere always has this dream of doing something in a field that they have. You have achieved your dream in its own path of achieving to where you are today. But I know you'll always have that mega dream. I want to do this. What is that?
Collaboration with Eminem. I want to have a song with Eminem, one with J. Cole. And I think these 2 artists I want to, because these are artists I look up to, and I feel like if I'm at a level, even if I'm in the same room as them, I think I'm there. But even if the song doesn't come out, I'm okay. But I want to be in the studio with them,
just to see what it is like.
Yeah, just to experience that, because these are artists I've looked up to, grown up, and are the reasons why I am what I am today. So I think that's for me the biggest thing.
I mean, it comes from a similar school of respect for someone you look up to.
Yeah.
To be in that space where the other day it was the SAF Cup finals, and since I was hosting it, I had the privilege of being close to greatness.
Right.
His name is Sunil Chhetri.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so multiple times, I've got to host it, but I know what it is like to be in that space, and I'm sure you're, aching and inching to get there.
Yeah.
But I'll just put you across this particular thought, okay? Take the rapper out of you. I'm going to ask you this question. Where do you think you stand as a rapper? Take the rapper out of you when you answer this question. In India.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oof. Where do I stand in terms of, the level of artistry?
Yeah.
I think he's in a good space. Gubbi is in a good space, because Gubbi does a lot of conscious hip-hop, and I think that is something which he always has in his mind. So irrespective of what the numbers are and stuff like that, I'm happy that Gubbi still thinks in that direction, that these are things he wants to rap about, and hasn't gone into the whole commercial space of it, which is not a bad thing. It's a personal choice, and I'm glad that he is where he is.
And a few more questions to throw at you.
Damn.
Who in your... I mean, of course, I know gangster rap, and there is... What is the other raps? Gangster rap?
Party rap, I think conscious hip hop. There is...
Okay, okay. Now it's going to get into a full, differentiation of stuff. But what I want to understand is... There is, of course, plethora of ways, genres of rap in itself, right? But if you had to pick out one rapper and say this is India's best rapper, and when I say India's best rapper, someone who stands by rapping in multiple languages and is right out there with everything playing.
Wow, multiple languages. I think one artist off the top of my head is this rapper called EPR. He raps in Hindi, also English. He's a very, very seasoned rapper, and underrated. He's doing well, but he's still underrated. I think that's one artist who's really, really...
He raps only Hindi and English.
Hindi and English, and I'm not sure. He's from Kolkata, so he might rap in... I haven't heard him rap in Bengali. But he's a very, very fine artist. So that's him. Apart from that, there's a rapper called Big Deal, who raps in English, Hindi, Odia. One day I'm going to make him rap in Kannada. But he's also a very, very fine artist, because... I've never spoken to EPR, but I've spoken to Big Deal. Big Deal is a homeboy. So I've seen him grow from an artist who was he's he lived a big chunk of his life in Bangalore. So a guy who had like a 1 RK where he would just produce beats by himself and stuff like that, to now being like, he's a superstar in Orissa right now. So like, he does some really big projects, the Hockey World Cup thing and all that stuff, right? So that's someone I look up to as well. And I see, whenever I have conversations with him about artistry, I see that he's a step ahead, and I think he's solid.
When I said, when you said homeboy, it just took me back. Why did you miss out on our boy? Right, because I asked about someone who raps in multiple languages.
Right.
You didn't mention one of our own only.
You're talking about Brother V?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Brother V, yes. Brother V is a brilliant artist. But I still feel like, if I have to compare them as artists and people I know as well as how much they do, yeah, Brother V is a solid artist. I would never take that away from him. But I still feel like Big Deal, if I have to choose between them, I would choose Biggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, choice is yours, because I don't know how you look at it. From an audience's point of view, we always think like, the way he raps or the multiple languages that comes in.
For sure.
I'm not saying this. Okay, of course, I could be a little biased because I'm Bangalore boy and I will do that.
Yeah.
Artistically. Oh, that's a good sign, I think. Artistically is what I meant, but choice is yours. It's not like I'm going to force this upon you, but I just want to understand why it wasn't mentioned. That's about it.
Okay, no, I think he's very experimental with his music. I wish he put out a lot more content. He still focuses a little bit, I'm talking in a very, very critical rapper perspective. He focuses more on punchlines alone, right? In terms of flows, I think it can be, like, I don't want to start off something with
this is the crash course in rapping now.
Yeah, I wish I could hear a lot more flows. I wish I could hear a lot more variations in his deliveries and stuff like that. The content he writes, the songs, if you look at Brother V's songs, he's solid, like 100, right? But when I'm taking just the rapper side of Brother V, I would expect a lot more, I think, as a rapper. So, yeah.
Fair enough. I wouldn't understand those ideologies, but I'm sure people who are watching this or listening would get a fair idea of it. And I'm going to throw you into a few rapid fire questions. Let's see how we do this with what kind of flair you pull this off. Okay. J. Cole or Eminem?
Wow. I'd rather die. Okay, that's a hard one. Ooh, Eminem. Oh, God. I regret it. Okay, yeah.
All right. South Bangalore, North Bangalore?
South, bro.
Central Bangalore, South Bangalore. Now we talk.
South, bro.
Oh my God. Bisile baat to Puliogre.
Puliogre?
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
Actually,
you seem like you're changing your
answer. If the bisibile baat comes with hot chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oxford or Christ?
Oh man, you're getting me in trouble. Christ.
Mercedes or Gubbi?
Gubbi.
That was an easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Mercedes is a big reason why Gubbi is Gubbi. So yeah, big ups to them.
They could probably start another line, Gubbi line. Gubbi version. Instead of AMGs and everything.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay, loose clothes or tight clothes?
Loose clothes.
And Jordans or Adidas?
Woo-hoo! Wow, this is a toughie. Adidas.
All day I dream about sports or sex, since you mentioned about sex so many times.
No, Adidas for me is like a dream brand. I wish someday I can become their brand ambassador. For me, it's a dream brand, though I love Jordans. I have a lot more Jordans than Adidas. But yeah, Adidas.
And one last one. I'm thinking I will pin you down with this.
Okay.
Bangalore or Bengaluru? Which one you like?
Bangalore, actually. Because I feel like Bengaluru is forced on us. Bangalore is Bangalore. I mean, most of Bangalore boys, yes, we speak in English, but we also know Kannada. For it, even if it's not our mother tongue and stuff like that. And I feel like Bengaluru, and when you force people to say Bengaluru, they say Bengaluru, Bangalore, and shit like that. Bangalore is Bangalore, bro. Come on.
It's been that for ages, so we hope they would think about it.
Yeah.
And thank you for answering that.
Was that the right answer?
I don't know, man, but I would love for it to be called as Bangalore, because everyone till date outside the city as well addresses it at Bangalore.
Right.
And you're making it sort of a little confusing to them. The kind of, tonality. Arre, bencho, isko Bengaluru bolunge, Bengaluru bolunge. All the thing comes. It sounds like one fucking Bangla music in my head anyway.
Nailed that, yeah.
So, yeah. But, bro, thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. It was such a great conversation, and it was... I never thought South Bangalore and North Bangalore would connect like this.
Oh, okay. We're doing that. All right, okay.
Okay, we also have a reel coming out in South Bangalore, North Bangalore. You can check that out as well.
Yeah.
But absolute pleasure. So much to understand about the kind of things that happen in an indie artist's life. and not like every person who's going into indie music is someone who has only got music to do.
Yeah.
There are people who are smart. There are people. It's a choice that someone takes, and at the end of the day, it's about what they want to do.
Right.
And things have gone the right direction for you, and I'm so glad. And I only hope that Eminem and J. Cole, though they seem very far-fetched for someone, to be honest, but hope someday that comes true for you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
may you top the chart busters and keep killing it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. I think I had a lot of fun having this whole conversation. It was so organic and it was a nice thing. It was nice. And I think if anyone is thinking that it's too far to dream of having a collaboration with J. Cole or Eminem, right? If you're not striving to be amongst the best, then you're not doing your best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You couldn't have put it across in a better way than saying that. And we also believe in one more thought that is also a part of my talks that I should back then. It was called Life is Life. And the acronym for life is listen, I fuel everything. So if I don't do what I want to do for my life, then I don't think anybody else will.
Yeah.
You got to fuel your own life.
Yeah.
And you fueled it well, my friend. So I'm going to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we hope to put one scene together sometime soon.
Let us
again.
put it one scene in.
Put it off.
Yeah.
Loves Radio.